On a visit to Corinth, King Aegeus of Athens secretly married the Princess Aethra. She had grown tired of waiting for Bellerophon, whose wife she should have been, to come from Lydia. After a few pleasant days with Aethra, Aegeus told her, "I am afraid I must leave now, my dear. It will be safest, in case you have a son, to pretend that his father is the god Poseidon. My eldest nephew might kill you if he knew of our marriage. He expects to be the king of Athens. Goodbye." Once back, Aegeus never left Athens again. Aethra had a son whom she named Theseus, and on his 14th birthday she asked him, "Can you move that huge rock?" Theseus, remarkably strong boy, lifted the rock and tossed it away. Hidden underneath, he found a sword with a golden snake pattern inlaid on the blade, a pair of sandals. "Those were left by your father," Aethra said. "He is Aegeus, king of Athens. Take them to him, and say that you are the true heir to the throne of Athens. Because of them I have pretended that all these years that Poseidon, not Aegeus, was your father." Theseus went by the coast road to Athens. First he met a giant named Sinis, who had the horrible habit of bending two pine trees towards each other, tying some poor traveler to the tops by the arms, and suddenly letting go. The trees would fly upright and tear him in two. Theseus wrestled with Sinis, threw him senseless on the ground, and then treated him as he had treated others. Next, Theseus faced and killed a monstrous wild sow, with tusks larger and sharper than sickles. Then he fought Prescrutes, a wicked innkeeper who lived beside the main road and kept only one bed in his inn. If travelers were too short for the bed, Prescrutes would lengthen them with an instrument of torture called the rack. If they were too tall, he would chop off their feet, and if they were the right size, he would smother them with the blanket. Theseus beat Prescrutes, tied him to the bed, and cut off both his feet, but finding him too tall, cut off his head as well. He wrapped the dead body in the blanket and flung it into the sea. King Aegeus had recently been married again, to a witch named Medea. Theseus did not know about this marriage. Yet, on his arrival at Athens, Medea knew by magic who he was, and decided to poison him, putting wolfbane in a cup of wine. She wanted one of her own sons to be the next king. Luckily, Aegeus noticed the snake pattern on Theseus' sword, guessed that the wine had been poisoned, and hastily knocked the cup from Medea's hand. The poison burned a large hole through the floor, and Medea escaped in a magic cloud. Then Aegeus sent chariot to fetch Aethra from Corinth, and announced, "Theseus is my only son and heir." The next day Aegeus' nephew ambushed Theseus on the way to the temple, but he fought and killed them all. Now it had happened some years before that King Minos' son, Androgeos of Crete, visited Athens, and there won all the competitions in the athletic games: running, jumping, boxing, wrestling, and throwing the discus. Aegeus' jealous nephews accused him of the plot to seize the throne, and nephews accused him of and murdered him. When Minos complained about this to the Olympians, they gave the orders that Aegeus must send 7 boys and 7 girls from Athens every 9th year to be devoured by the Cretan Minotaur. The Minotaur was a monster, half bull, half man, which Minos kept in the middle of the labyrinth, or maze, formed by Daedalus. The Minotaur knew every twist and turn in the labyrinth, and would chase his victims into some blind alley where he would have them at his mercy. So now Athenians, angry with Theseus for killing his cousins, chose him as one of the 7 boys to be eaten this year. Theseus thanked them, saying that he was glad he had a chance to free his country of this horrid tribute. The ship in which the victims sailed carried black sails for the mourning, but Theseus took white sails along too. "If I kill the Minotaur, I shall hoist these white sails. If the Minotaur kills me, let the black sails be hoisted." Theseus prayed the goddess Aphrodite.